Hey, welcome back to the Road Trip After Hours. I knew I was going to screw that up, Teddy. I'm going to keep on going, too. I haven't done that in a while. I've really screwed the pooch on that one. Welcome to an all-new episode of Road Trip After Hours. I'm your host, MacDavis, and that is WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long. Hey, Teddy.
You can't even start the 100 episode off right.
No. This isn't 100 yet. So, yeah, we're not there yet. We still got a ways to go. We got a few more weeks before we get there. But by the way, keep your eyes open because I promise you we have a very special episode planned for you guys. And we hope you'll join us when we do hit number 100. Right now, I believe we're at 95 on this episode right now.
Well, and the other thing, too, we want to also let them know, too, man, start subscribing. We're going to be having a lot of gifts for you. You know, we're going to be giving away some of our podcast T-shirts to the new subscribers and stuff. So we're going to have a lot of merchandise. Matt, if you got one of them,
I do. Hold it up. This is the newest T-shirt there, yeah.
That's Wrestling Road Trip After Hours. So to all of our subscribers, when you subscribe, you get a T-shirt. We'll send you a T-shirt. So,
no, not when you subscribe. We'll pull a name from the subscribers that will win a T-shirt. If we did that, we'd be giving away thousands of T-shirts.
Okay. Okay. Well, you gotta let me know.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Hey, we'll set it all up. You know, it's all coming up, like you mentioned. It's all coming soon, where you can win T-shirts and other goods from here at Road Trip After Hours. We hope you'll do that and hit the subscribe button right now. Even if you don't want to wait till then, hit the subscribe button, please. We appreciate everybody who does that. It really helps our show out quite a bit. I noticed that in the last month, we gained 200 subscribers just in the last month. So keep it going and keep rising it up. Share it. If you share it, more people will subscribe. Teddy, we had a great time in Savannah, brother.
Yeah, we did have a great time in Savannah. But just before we get into that, I wanted to mention this. Me and you talked about it earlier before we start recording.
Yeah.
Kevin Sullivan, everybody's familiar with Kevin Sullivan from the great state of Florida. There back in the day, he was known as the Devil, Taskmaster, the Dungeon. Well, I knew Kevin very well. Kevin's a real dear friend of mine. But to make a long story short, because it ain't about me, I got a text this morning from Kevin's brother there in Boston, I believe. And he said that Kevin was in the hospital, and I don't even know whether to even put this out, but I just maybe want to mention it. Let's hope it's not true that Kevin is in the hospital and he may not make it through the night.
So your prayers, absolutely, please. For Kevin.
please, let's pray for Kevin. You know, like I said, I didn't even want to say that, because right now, it hasn't happened, and hopefully God will fix it where it doesn't happen. But if it does, that's God's call. There's nothing we can do. But keep Kevin in your prayers. Keep praying for him. And if you know where the GoFundMe information is to help Kevin, please, let's all try to help Kevin.
Teddy, I know that there's probably a handful of guys that you have worked with over the years that you consider really close. Kevin's one of those, is he not?
Yes, he is. Him and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, God rest his soul. They were really two I worked real close with, and they gave me a lot of knowledge.
All right, Teddy, let's get on a happier note. Let's talk about Savannah Comic Con. You and I were in Savannah, had a chance.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you're going to have to talk about it because there's a part of that Comic Con I'm going to give you hell about. Normally, when Teddy and I go out of town, there's always something. It's his phone, it's his keys, or his money bag. He can't figure out what he did with them. This last time we're there, it was go ahead.
I keep up with the money bag.
Yeah, you do pretty good with the money bag, yeah. But that damn telephone, I'm going to put it on a chain around his neck. I always threaten him about that. But this last time when we were in Savannah, none of that happened. I was totally amazed. Except there was another issue with Teddy this past weekend. Teddy, you want to share what happened over the weekend?
Well, this is a Walmart department store era, I would have to say. Okay?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Blame it on Walmart. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Well, once I explain this, you'll know. And I know that this has happened to some people. You probably went in Walmart and you got something off the rack, and it said one size, okay, on the label on the rack, but then when you got it home and looked at it, it was a different size. So sometimes they have the wrong sizes on the wrong hangers. So that, I believe, is what happened to me. So I bought these pants, and I know I wear a medium, okay, and I had, because they're nice to relax in, do the Comic Cons in. So I bought these pants, and I thought I bought a medium, and evidently I must have the tag in it was wrong. So I guess I got a large. So now I got these pants on, and I'm downstairs there at the table with Mac and I'm trying to figure out now why are my pants keep falling off of me.
They keep dropping to his ankles.
Huh?
They're falling to his ankles. I mean, and I'm not buying I'm not buying that whole thing about the tag inside was wrong.
Well,
Teddy's lost a little bit of weight.
I've done that before though. So I had a shirt one time that had the wrong tag in it. But I'm saying you're right about the weight too. I started getting on a real good diet.
Yep.
So like I need a diet, so what's wrong with me? So I don't know. I'm just exercise crazy. So I got down to like 138. I didn't believe them. I'm like, what? And I usually stay around 150. And I'm like, holy crap. I didn't know I lost that much. So anyway, with the weight and the wrong, I just had a bad day.
It was hilarious. The entire time.
I'm talking to people, and I got one hand in my pocket so I can hold my pants up while I take pictures with them.
Yeah, if you had a picture.
I had to step behind the curtain so many times to pull them up or they fall down to my ankles, then try to tie them back. Oh, just horrible.
It got to the point where I was looking for duct tape we could wrap around his waist and just so it didn't stay up. Because every time I turned around, Teddy would say, Mac, and I'd look up. His pants would be down to at least his knees at that point, but he has a long jacket on. So at that point, it's covering, that he doesn't have his drawers on. Everybody behind him knew.
I had a shirt on. I didn't have no jacket.
Well, that shirt was long enough, thankfully, to help cover that.
I took it out. So I didn't. I had that shirt on. But the thing about it that me and Mac was laughing about, and I told Mac, I said, isn't this amazing that all this stuff is happening to me and nobody even knows it? They don't know that I'm got my hand in my pocket trying to hold my pants up to keep them from falling down. Okay,
it's funny. I was going to say, if you had a picture made with Teddy on Saturday at Savannah Comic-Con, that was the day that he couldn't keep his pants on. So if you look at that picture close, you're going to see one hand in the pocket holding the pants up while he's smiling with the other. So, yeah. All right, let's talk about something else, Teddy, that I want to get your opinion on because you and I touched on this briefly on Sportskeeda, but this is something that has really kind of taken over the internet in the last week here. And it all revolves around a picture of Tony Khan in a meeting room with Shane McMahon. And, one of the things that I believe, and I brought this up while we talked about it once before, I don't think it was just a happen chance kind of meeting. I think there was a point behind that meeting. And I wouldn't be surprised if Daddy Vince didn't have a little piece of that action as well going on. He had to know a little bit about that meeting and what was happening. Do you think that's a possibility, Teddy?
Well, yeah, I certainly think it's a possibility. You know what I mean? But like I said, we just don't know. But I kind of agree with you. I don't think that was just no pop up out the win meeting. You know what I mean? I think that meeting really meant something. And, like I said, I don't know whether Vince is involved or not, but, if he is, congratulations. I'd like to see him involved because I think at the end, this is just my opinion. I think he got a pretty raw deal at the end. A man that started that company, the man that really created this business. And I know maybe there's some things with him too, that maybe got him shoved out, but I just think, it could have been a better way. To me, you know what I mean? So, like I said, if I hope Vince is involved in it, we don't know, but whatever happens out of it, I hope something good comes out of it.
I'm amazed at how many people actually say that that's crazy. That would never happen. Nobody in their right mind. Vince is not going to do something like that. And I think to myself, I was just about to say, there were 3 words that you always heard from Vince McMahon. It was never say never. And if this is one of those cases, I mean, here, I'll tell you what, let's look back at when Eric Bischoff got brought into WWE. Nobody saw that coming, but it happened because Vince knew it was good business. Bottom line. And it made him also kind of, be able to stick it to WCW even more so by having Eric on his show, right?
Well, exactly. Well, it comes out at the end, hey, I won.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, so do you not see that maybe Vince might be a little bit hurt by how he was treated on the way out, and maybe want to put his
Well,
toe back in the wrestling business?
that's like I said, I think it could have been a better way. You know what I mean? I just think that. I mean, regardless of what these charges are, they're not. He's not guilty. I mean, not guilty until proven guilty.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he hadn't been proven guilty of it, as far as I'm concerned, he didn't do it.
Look, I wouldn't be surprised if Vince may have, he might, even if he's involved, may stay back in a way so that you never see Vince involved. That, he basically can make the directions of how things need to be done, and you never even see his face on TV. I believe that would probably be most likely how the situation would play out, and that would be why Shane is the face of that group.
And that would probably be better for him to keep his face off the TV, because Vince now, he don't care about that being on TV, but he does care about, the business. He cares about producing a great product. And I think he still has the qualifications to do that.
Teddy, I don't know if I've ever asked you about a story with Shane McMahon, because I don't know that we've ever even had an opportunity to speak about Shane. Do you have any stories of working with Shane on any particular angles or anything backstage that was going on?
No, I don't. I think I might have had a promo or something with him maybe back when I first started, when I was a heel manager. But I don't. The only thing I can tell you, Shane, just real nice gentleman, man. Just he's always treated me nice, man. Spoke and we talked, and I think it was something, I don't know. I don't remember this one, but this was a backstage story. I think it was Steve Blackman, and I think Shane was working with him or something. But anyway, Shane was supposed to dive off this ladder, something off the top or somewhere. I can't remember.
Off the Titantron.
Off the Titantron, and I think Linda, Vince's wife, came back and was telling Vince, not telling Shane not to do that. Okay, and so. I think they said, yeah, okay, but Vince, next thing I know, Shane's diving off the tank. so that's the only story I know. You ain't gonna Vince has got his mind made up. This is what's gonna happen. Then that's what's gonna happen.
Do you think with Shane, if there were an opening and maybe for him to go to AEW, if he got in AEW, how would you see him being used best?
Well, I'd first like to see him come in as maybe the commissioner or something, the face of the company. You know what I mean? Start making, great, good decisions and putting people where they need to be, in the right places. So, I could just see him just being the face of the company.
Yeah, that's where I think we'll probably see most, even if they don't buy the company, even if Vince isn't involved, there was a meeting and something is taking place. And the only thing I can see him doing is coming in a GM or commissioner role or some role along those lines, or maybe an invasion angle, maybe if he's the leader of that invasion angle. But I think that's limiting the possibilities with Shane if you do that. So I think I agree. I'd rather see him come in as a commissioner or a GM of AEW. And it has brought a lot of eyes to their product, and a lot of people are talking. So, just seeing that one picture blew up the internet.
And the thing I would do, if it's going to be real, then Tony Khan should bring him in and make him vice president.
That's what I think. I think he needs the fire the young bucks and the other guys who've always claimed to be the vice presidents of the company, throw them out in some storyline and have Shane step in. So real leadership happens.
Well, don't throw him out. You know what I mean? Because you got to use them. You know what I mean?
Throw him out of the vice presidential.
Just have Shane come when Shane comes in and Tony Khan gives him that position. Then now Shane straightens it all out.
Yes,
because he's the real vice president. Okay, so now he cleans house.
Teddy, anything coming up for you? We need to talk about this coming weekend.
This weekend, I'm going to be in Houston, Texas with Booker T's Reality of Wrestling. Booker's having a big show there and asked me, to come in and be a part of that as the guest general manager for the night. So I'm looking forward for that. Then on Sunday, I'm going to be in Waco, Texas. That's right, Waco, Texas. I'm going to be over there for a big meet and greet and a big wrestling event along with Tony Snow and a lot of other guys. So I'm looking forward to a good weekend.
Tell the snowman I said hello. I haven't spoke to him in a while, so make sure you tell Tony I said hello. And yeah, we've also I've got something coming up in October. We'll tell you more about that. I'll be hosting the International Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame ceremony and the induction ceremony of a new class, and I'll be hosting that along with Bill Apter. So that's coming up in October. So we'll tell you more about that as we get closer. And Teddy mentioned this earlier on. Our 100th episode is coming up, and I promise you it's going to be an episode you do not want to miss. If you don't believe me, just tune in. You'll see what I'm talking about. Teddy, I've enjoyed it, my friend.
So have I, man. We've had another great one. So looking forward to having a good weekend, and I hope you and the boys and the wife have a great weekend. I'm
glad you said that, Teddy. I'll let you know next week on the show how things go. I've got the Graham boys. You put together a huge bag of goodies for me that you've collected over the years. And I know these boys are going to go ape when they see what you put together for them. I've seen it already. So I'm going to try to get that on film too, so I can share it, because I know how excited they're going to be when they open that bag. So Thank you very much for that, because that's going to make me, Papa of the Year right there, Teddy.
Well, hey, no problem, man. Thank you.
All right, that's it. We're out of time. This has been Road Trip After Hours. I'm MacDavis, and that's WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long. We'll see you again next week.
Holla, players.